Alright, in this video I'm going to show you a Facebook advertising case study of how one Georgia realtor generated 42 leads in about 10 days on just a $5 a day budget. So there are many benefits, hidden benefits I should say, to Facebook advertising. Not just generating leads and possibly selling a home, but there are 4 hidden benefits that I'm going to talk about right here. So the first one is low cost. You can get started for as little as $5 a day. You can even get started actually at $1 a day. There are some Facebook objectives that let you advertising at $1 a day. Now, I'd recommend $5 at the minimum to get some results. Some of the buyer leads that we generate are anywhere in the $1 to $3 a lead, $1 to $3 a lead range. Some can be a little bit lower than $1. Some can be in the $4 to $7 range, but we average about $1 to $3 for buyer leads. The second benefit is the branding. You are being seen. It's kind of like a so-called digital billboard where people in your local market are seeing your ads over and over and over again. Now, branding is tough to measure. It's not $1 in, $1 out. You don't know how many leads you get from it, so it's very tough to measure, but it's important. Facebook is a great platform for branding. It's also a great platform for direct response and or lead generation. So it offers both capabilities, Facebook does. And a lot of people don't or forget about the branding part or forget about the importance of it. But the more and more ads you put out, the longer you put them out, the more consistent you put them out, you become that obvious agent in your marketplace. If you're in a smaller area, you have an advantage. You can become the obvious agent much, much quicker. Now, if you're in a larger area, Houston, Atlanta, Boston, New York, might take you a little bit longer, but you could start in certain segments of the city, of the larger city, and become the obvious agent in that area, and then kind of expand your reach. The third benefit is you're building a database. Now, this is the biggest benefit in my opinion. This is an asset. This is a database of local consumers who are basically raising their hand, giving you their name, their email, and their phone number. This is very, very powerful. This database, it's something that you own. It's something you're 100% in control of, and it's an asset that can provide a business for you for years and years and years to come if you leverage that database properly. Now, here's a few tips on leveraging the database. I would recommend sending out a weekly email at minimum, 2 to 3 emails a week. The more, the better. 2 to 3 would be great, but at minimum, I would send out a weekly email, talk about why you got into the business, give them tips if they're buyers, if they're sellers, tips on buying a home, tips on selling a home, the market conditions, things going on in your local area, updates, whether it's events, like I said, the market conditions. There's a lot you can do with weekly emails. I also recommend a monthly text message and or ringless voicemail. Now, I really like the ringless voicemail. What it is you record an audio, let's say 25 seconds, and you send that out to your database, whether that's 50 people, whether that's 200 people, whether that's 375 people, 1,500 people. It doesn't matter. You send out that audio and it goes to their cell phone and it drops as a voicemail. It doesn't ring their phone, obviously. That's why it's called ringless voicemail, but it's delivered as a voicemail. But it appears that you physically called them, that you actually picked up the phone, called them, and left them a voicemail. So they feel that you actually picked up the phone, took the time out of your day to call them. It's really, really, really powerful. It's a great tool to nurture and stay in contact, and as you can see at the very bottom, stay top of mind. That's what the goal is of your database. You want to just continually reach out to them consistently. Like I said, a weekly email, it shouldn't take you more than an hour, probably more like 30 minutes to fire off one email. That's not a lot of time. And again, you're staying top of mind. Eventually, these people are going to reach out to you. They might not be ready to buy a house today, tomorrow, or next week, but they might be ready in a month from now, or 3 months from now, or 6 months, or 9 months, or 18 months from now. They might know people. They will know people that are looking to buy and or sell a home. So you're wanting to stay top of mind. So consistency is very, very important, especially with the weekly emails. Just staying top of mind so they know who you are. I forgot the statistic, Michael J. Mayer, I think it is, that I forgot the percentage of people that don't remember their real estate agent's name. So even after you sell, even after it's a client, it's recommended to continually reach out to these people. Benefit number 4, I messed up on the numbers here. It's actually benefit number 4. This is a 24/7, 365 lead machine. It's working for you 24/7. It's not taking any days off. It's not taking a vacation. It doesn't call in sick. It's not coming in hungover. It's always working for you. It works at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday. It works Saturday morning when you're out with your family. Monday morning when you're stuck in traffic. It's always working for you. It's consistently working for you, generating you leads, nurturing those leads, maybe in a 7-day follow-up, a 14-day follow-up, a 30, 60, 90-day follow-up, whatever it is you have. It is basically a machine that's always working for you, not just generating the leads, but also nurturing those leads. And when they're ready, they'll reach out to you. So again, it's always working for you, even when you're not. So here is the case study. So again, this is a realtor out of Georgia. As you can see, we had 114 clicks, 42 leads, which I think off the top of my head is 38.6% conversion rate, which is pretty decent. $1.10 per lead and $46 spent. Now, 38.6% conversion rate. I did the math before. I didn't do that in my head. But that's anything, these Facebook lead ads, typically anything above 35%. That's typically what we see on the conversion rate. We're getting name, we're getting email, we're getting phone number, and we ask 2 qualifying questions, which I'll share in just a second. So here is the targeting. So basically what we're doing is this is the address of the home for sale. We target a 50-mile radius. Now, if it's in a more densely populated area, if it's closer to the city, this one's a little bit outside of Atlanta, we might target a 20-mile radius, 25, maybe 30-mile radius. But this one's a little on the outskirts of town, so we did a 50-mile radius. You can kind of play around with that. I think 15 miles is the minimum, and then it goes up, I believe, up to 50. You no longer can target by age and or gender. Facebook made some changes in the summer of 2019 and for the real estate space and a couple other industries. You can put your language in here if you wanted. And then the targeting, we target Trulia, and you can't really see it. Let me pull it down. There we go. Trulia and Zillow. So anyone interested in Trulia and Zillow who live within a 50-mile radius of this address will see our ad, 18 to 65, male and female. So they will see this ad that looks just like this, just listed, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom. We basically take the text, the ad copy, basically right from the MLS, and just paste it here. We add in, for more information, please click learn below. I'll drag it down a little bit, and then it just says request access to 6 images, location and price. And there's a little button there, the learn more button at the bottom. You can see just the top of it. If they click this image, this form opens up inside of Facebook. So it looks the picture of the home is very congruent. The ad, it's the same image of the ad, so they feel they're in the right place. That's really important. You just move that down a little bit. There we go. So this form opens up. Again, this opens up inside of Facebook. So people trust it a bit more, it seems, because you're not taking them off of Facebook. You're not taking them to your website. So it pops open, whether they're on desktop or mobile. They can enter their name. Actually, when they click the button, when they click the image on the ad, this typically auto-populates their name, their email, and their phone number. So they don't really have to do any of these 3 fields. Most of the time it auto-populates. And then we ask these 2 qualifying questions. How serious are you about buying? And then, are you currently? And I'll go over those here. Whoops. Go back one. And so here is the first question. How serious are you about buying? So the first selection is window shopping. The next one is considering. And the third one is I'm ready. So basically this is cold, this is warm, this is hot. And we do this to filter out to see who is a hot prospect. So majority of the people are going to be window shopping. That's okay. We have an automated follow-up system that's going to follow up with them and nurture them for quite a while. When they're ready, they'll reach out to us. The considering and the I'm ready, the warm and the hot leads or prospects are ready to go. I would advise that you follow up with these people manually. Now, they are entered into the automated follow-up sequences. However, when they're warm and hot, they're ready to go. So I would recommend following up a couple times with these considering. With someone that's a hot lead that's ready, I'd probably reach out to them 8, 10, 12, 15, 20 times manually, whether that's a text message or a phone call, to get them on the phone, because they're obviously ready to buy a home or possibly sell a home. So that's the purpose of this first question. It just kind of filters them out, so you know you don't really need to contact these window shoppers because they're in the automated sequence. Like I said, 7 or 8 out of 10 are going to be in this area. That's fine. When you're paying $1.10 a lead, it's not that big of a deal. But you're going to want to reach out to these people. These are the people that are hopefully going to buy in that 0 to 45 or 60 days. And then these people are going to be, they might be 3 months out. They might be 3 years out. But again, they might know people, or they will know people who will need a real estate agent. So you have to think of that part too when you're building that database. That comes down to building that database. And then the next question is, are you currently renting? Do you live with family? And or they own a home? So when you're reaching out to people, you can obviously ask if they're renting, hey, is your lease almost up? It's up in a month. It's up in 11 months. If you're living with family, or if they own a home, then they have to sell their home, most likely. So these are all 3 people who might be buying, but they're in drastically different areas, having drastically different problems. So you can kind of tailor your message when following up. Hey, I see you're renting. How much longer do you have? Hey, you live with family. How's that going? You ready to get out? Yes, I'm ready to get out. I'm stressed out. I want to get out yesterday, So, and then I own a home. Hey, you looking to sell that home? No, actually we're not, or whatever it is. So that's why we ask those 2 kind of qualifying questions, to see kind of the temperature check, temperature check them if they're ready to purchase now, and then also their current situation, their current living situation. So then the automated follow-up. So again, we use it's a 3-phase follow-up. We send out ringless voicemails, text messages, and emails. Again, this is all automated. We have the system where it just follows up with these people. So for example, on day 1, the lead would get a ringless voicemail and also an email. On day 2, they would get all 3 of these. On day 3, they'd get a voicemail and an email. Day 5, they'd get a text and an email, and so on and so forth. And these can be obviously adjusted. This is just kind of an example, like a 14-day sequence. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 15 messages over the course of 14 days. And again, we're hitting them with a voicemail, we're hitting them with a text message, and then also an email. So what the system we're using is Hot Prospector. Let me just move that window up. So we have a forever free account where you can sign up for an account and get started. We have training on how to set up the Facebook ads. You can go to the URL gethpnow.com/free. There will be a link down in the description. The very first link, you can check it out. Sign up for a free account and you can get started. Again, you're not just going to get access to Hot Prospector where you can follow up with them. It is a total sales automation system. It's a lead management CRM. Again, ringless voicemail, text message, email follow-up. That does inbound call tracking, call recording. Also can integrate with Zapier, so it can talk and work with other softwares out there, hundreds of thousands of different softwares, if the other softwares integrate with Zapier, which a lot of them do nowadays. You're also going to get access to our free Facebook Advertising Secrets training. It'll show you step-by-step exactly how to set up the ads that I just showed you. So again, you have a system working for you 24/7, 365. Not only are you advertising the house, you're generating the buyer leads as well. So if you have any comments or questions, please drop them down in the comments down in YouTube below. We'd be happy to answer them. Sign up for the free account. Again, at the link, and the first link in the description, sign up for a free account. If you have questions about the system, you can reach out to chat support and they'd be happy to help you out. There's a little chat bubble in the lower right hand corner and they'd be happy to help you out. But again, if you have questions or comments about the Facebook ads in that, please drop them down below in YouTube and we'd be happy to answer them. Thank you.